What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Victoria, and on this channel I share my Nigerian lifestyle here in the United Kingdom. So this is the second part of the question and answer series that I was answering about moving from care home to NHS as a nurse. So I've answered 5 questions already, and that was in part 1. That video will be linked in the description box below and somewhere here also. So if you missed that, I advise that you check that out first before watching this, so that you see if one of your questions has already been answered. Please don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment below, share this video, and subscribe if you enjoy watching my content. So the first question that I got here says, with band 5 salary of £25,000 per annum, how much can you save in a month? That is a big question, a big one. So if you don't know, as a band 5 nurse, you get 25,000 plus per annum. That is equivalent to about 2,000, a little over £2,000 in a month. And that £2,000, not everything is going into your bank account, because out of that 2,000 plus pounds, they will remove tax, they will remove payee. Like, I think there are at least two deductions from it. And apart from that, if you are part of a union and your trust is aware and you have already given them a go ahead to be deducting union money from their accounts, they will be deducting that also. So in all, averagely as an NHS nurse, how much you'll be taking home is around maybe £1,700, like £1,600, £1,700 ish, you know, something like that. That's how much you'll be taking home. So now this person is asking, how much can you save in a month when you are actually receiving 1,600, 1,700, at most 1,800 per month as an NHS nurse? That's when you're working just your full hours, your full 37.5 hours. I will say that you cannot save much. Yeah, you cannot save much, especially if you are living in high cost areas that are close to London, areas that are in the south. You won't be able to save much. If you are living in the north, you might still be able to save a little, because rent is low to an extent, groceries and the cost of living generally in the north is lower compared to the south, compared to areas that are near to London. So I would say that you won't be able to save a lot. I mean, if you aim at saving £500 per month, then girl, you've got to do more. Like what people do, what I've seen NHS nurses do, is that they take extra shifts in the NHS. They take extra shifts, and those extra shifts, they calculate it, like they do calculation with it. They take extra shifts on weekends. They take extra shifts on holiday, bank holidays, and on bank holidays and weekends, and also on nights. So those 3 type of shifts, like when you take shifts on those 3 times, that is during weekends, during bank holidays, and during nights, your money is enhanced, your salary is enhanced. They don't pay you the regular amounts they pay you for your normal shifts. On those kind of shifts, the pay will be a bit higher. So that is how NHS nurses are able to like gather more money for themselves in the month. If you have any other ideas, please leave them for us in the comment section. Another thing that you can do to save more is to I know you've not asked me, because it's like I'm already diverting from the question. The question is, how much can you save in a month? But really, I can't really give you a specific amount, because it all depends on you. It depends on where you live, it depends on the cost of living in your area, it depends on the kind of lifestyle that you have gotten accustomed to in the UK, the kind of lifestyle you are living, There are people who live in a shared apartment. There are some people that cannot live in a shared apartment. There are people who live in a bedroom flat. Some live in 2-bedroom flats. Some live in a studio. You know, the price for these different type of houses, they differ. And let's say everybody is receiving the same amount of money, you know, people living in a shared apartment will be able to save a little compared to someone living in a studio or someone living in a 2-bedroom apartment. You get? So it all still boils down to what your lifestyle is in the UK. So if you live very low key in the UK, you might be able to save even more. And also if you work extra shifts and especially target all these bank holidays, weekends and nights, you'll be able to, you know, have more money to save. You get? So I think that answers it. If you have an addition for us, please leave it in the comment section. Number 2 question that I've got here says, am I being paid? Okay, this question is actually directed to me. So in the video that I made earlier, I said that I was employed as a research nurse. So this person is asking, am I being paid the same amount as those who do 12-hour shifts? Because in that video, I actually stated that I work 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's like 8 hours. And I get 30 minutes break. So that's like 7 hours, 30 minutes. And for those who work on the ward, NHS nurses who work on the ward, they do a 12-hour shift. They get 1 hour break. And that leaves them with 11 hours of pay. So I get 7 hours, 30 minutes a day, while they get 11 hours a day. To answer your question, my answer is yes. In short, it is yes. That is because we are both working full-time and we are both working 37.5 hours. So full-time generally in the UK, like most of the time, full-time is termed anything 37.5 and above. I think 37.5 to 44 hours. I think that's what they term full-time. So I'm a full-time nurse in the NHS. I work 37.5 hours in a week. So that is why I work 5 days. If you calculate the 7 hours, 30 minutes in 5 places, it will give you 37.5 hours. Now for someone who is working a 12-hour shift, which is let's say an 11-hour shift, because they will get 1 hour break, they also work 37.5 hours. The difference between us is that I'm working 5 days in a week and they are working 3 days in a week. So the number of hours that we work at a stretch, it differs. Mine is shorter, theirs is longer, but then that gives them a kind of edge over me because they are able to have extra days off. You know, they can have 3-4 days off in a week, while I only have 2 days off in a week. So you are not paid per the number of days that you work. You are paid by the number of hours that you work. So at the end of the day, I work 7 hours 30 minutes for 5 days in a week. It equates to 37.5 hours a week. Someone else works 11 hours for 3 or 4 days in a week. It still equates to 37.5 hours in a week. So if the payment goes by that 37.5 hours, and because we are on the same band, let's say I'm on band 5 now and that person also is on band 5, we'll be paid the same thing. What might make the difference will be maybe the tax deduction and some other deduction, payee, and you know, some other deductions that might be made. But the gross pay, I believe, is the same because we are working the same 37.5 hours. But if the other person is actually working more hours, like the person took extra shifts, you know, or the person, like I said, there's usually enhancements for night shifts and for weekends and all that. So because of that, the person's salary might be a bit higher than mine because of that, because of those enhancements. I hope you get that. Okay, so The next question that I have here says, can one really live comfortably and help family back home on an NHS salary? It's actually similar to the previous questions that I answered. So can one really live comfortably and help family back home on an NHS salary? I'm putting it back to you, please, my viewers. Please answer that question for us. If you're an NHS worker, like you work in the NHS in whatever capacity, as a nurse or as any other healthcare professional, please let us know in the comment section. Do you think you are able to live comfortably and also be able to help your family back home based solely on NHS salary? Please let us know. Leave us a comment. Thank you. From my own opinion, I will say I will say no and yes. Yes and no. Like I said earlier, it depends on your way of life, on your lifestyle. Now, living comfortably is relative. Now, for me, I might feel like, oh, me living comfortably is me living in a studio, like all by myself, you know. And someone else might say, me living comfortably is me living in a shared apartment. I'm comfortable there, I'm okay there, there's nothing wrong with it. Now, for both people, one will be able to save more on rent compared to the other, and so that money can actually go into saving. That extra money can go into saving or helping people back at home. So living comfortably in the UK is relative. That is one. Also, the place you live in, I mean your area, determines how much you spend on a lot of things. So all these things add up. And if you are working 37.5 hours a week and you are really doing day shifts alone, like no nights, no bank holidays, no weekends, no extra shifts, I honestly don't think you can. I don't think you can. You might be able to live comfortably, yes. You'll be able to live comfortably, but you might not be able to help people back home as you would want to. Anyway, it depends on the type and kind of help that you're talking about, but I really don't think so. So what most NHS nurses do, like I said earlier, is they get shifts that pay them enhanced salary, like weekends, bank holidays, and nights. Yeah, so I think that is what helps a lot of people, especially in the NHS. Next question that I got here says, is it possible for a person with only WAEC to get NHS job? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because for you to get a job in the NHS, like, what kind of job are you talking about? You need to know what kind of job you want to get in the NHS in the UK. So, I don't know. Even if you want to be a porter in the NHS, there are still some exams that you need to do as an immigrant. That is, as someone coming into the UK, you need to pass your high health. I mean, even if they are actually, you know, giving sponsorship for someone to come in and be a porter, you still need to be able to like confirm to the immigration service that yes, you have what it takes to work in the UK, you can communicate well, you need to have your high health. And even apart from that, I don't think having WAEC alone will guarantee you a job in the NHS. I don't think so. If you think otherwise, please let us know in the comment section. And the next question that I have here is how to get DBS certificate. Okay, so DBS certificate is very important for people that are working with children, vulnerable adults, the elderly, people with learning disabilities, people without capacity. You know, DBS is like a police check to make sure that you are free of offenses. Yeah, just to prove that you you are not harmful to vulnerable people. It's mainly used in the care home, and the NHS also uses it. Like I said earlier in one of my videos, I presented my DBS before I got my job. So DBS is something that they might require at any point in time. So for you to actually get a DBS, what happens is the organization can order one for you by themselves, and then they'll just deduct the money from your salary, or you can order one by yourself. If you'll be applying to different places, like you'll be working with different agencies or care homes, different agencies who have different care homes, you definitely need to have a unified online account with the DBS authority. I've actually forgotten the real name that it is called. I'm going to put it on the screen. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are about the questions that I have answered. If you have any addition, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you have a different opinion from me, please also let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, leave me a comment below, share this video with your friends, subscribe if you have not. Click the red button down there that says subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.